Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Hammer Survival series. It has been way too long since I've actually created a video and put out content, and I kind of wanted to start off this video of explaining why to you guys, and so let's just jump into that right now. Alrighty, so a lot of the reason that I wasn't able to make content in the last 8 months is for two specific reasons. One, a lot of you may not know this, I am a senior in college, and a lot of my focus on the last couple of months has just been trying to graduate so that I can go home, and I will be moving out of my place up where I go to school at very soon. And the other reason is that I kind of, to be honest, just got burnt from the game. It was a lot of my inspiration disappearing and other things like that. But the bright side is that I got a lot of inspiration back. I have a little bit more free time now that I am getting closer to actually graduating, and I got a lot of my stuff done. And the next thing I also really want to talk about, even though I stopped making videos, doesn't mean I wouldn't come back on this game a little bit and, create some stuff off camera for myself, just, give myself a little bit of a break. And throughout that, I did find a lot of inspiration over the last 2 months of what I want to do and how I want to continue this series. So let's jump in to see what is different about the world now. Let's see it. Alrighty, first things first, this is completely all new. This little, I would say, lake that I made, not lake, river, pond, that's what it is. It's a pond. This ginormous hole and this ginormous staircase. The original plan for this staircase was to actually create a new house, but overthinking a lot and doing a lot of self-reflecting on what I wanted to do with this house is I came to the conclusion, ouch, that I don't really want to create a new house. The size of it seems massive, but to me it's really not, and I really enjoy my old house. I feel like I can just keep expanding on this and upgrading it, which is kind of a little bit of the future of this series as well. So a lot of this is going to be torn down in the process of, me going off in camera or off camera and doing stuff like that. So this is definitely a project I'm going to be working on by getting it removed, but I have plans to change this into something a little bit different actually. So everything I did won't actually have to be torn down. This lake area, I just thought was a cool little aesthetic view. So I'm going to add some stuff with this. I'm going to do some stuff with this area as well. This over here is a brand new mining hole that I actually haven't completed yet, but I will continue this on. This is another one of the projects in the future that we'll be working on, which I will show you all the plans I have, which are a ton later in the video, so we'll get to that portion too. But to continue on with what is new around this world as well. So as you can tell, we're around this area, and through this way, I did put a lot of trees, a little bit more terraforming, and I'm going to add a little bit more depth into this area as well. But the things you might not have noticed is the differences in my villager trading hall and my villager, I would say healer is the best way I can describe this area. But I also put a little pond over here. I like ponds. I think they give it the world a little bit of color. But as you can tell, we definitely upgraded the villager trading hall a ton. I think it looks 1,000 times better. And we do have all of these different books now to our disposal. We will be getting more. Again, that is another thing I have for the future plans. But yeah, we got some storage over here, which, as you can tell, isn't too much right now because I have all my shulker boxes pretty much around this world because I've been working on a few other projects. But just like that, we also do have a little bit different design for, I call it the healer. I don't know the zombie transporter. I do need to fix the glass in this area too, but I think this interior needs some work, and I will of course continue with that as we keep going on. But I think the exterior of it looks, let's do this over here. The exterior looks 50 times better. And I do need to do some stuff with the back, so this isn't 100% done, but that is another one of the updates that we have going on as well. And then the other thing that I've been working on as well, I want to jump into this. Try not to die in the process. We're gonna jump in here really quick, and we're gonna go upstairs. So up in this rink is a little bit of a library that I put myself on doing a project that I really enjoyed doing, but to be honest, looking at it now, I am not too fond of what it looks like, and I actually wanted to create a new one and kind of redesign the whole thing myself. So that is the project I have been currently working on. So if we go outside really quick, we can actually go take a look on the new and improved library. It isn't finished yet, but it is in the process. We haven't done the interior, but we did finish the exterior today. So let's go take a look at that as well. So if I fly in from over in this direction, you can kind of see the new design of the library. This is kind of my sandstone little area, and to be honest, I have fallen in love with this building. I feel like my building has increased tenfold from the last time you guys saw me. Just with some small things, just like the depth of this building feels so much better than a lot of the other depth of any other building in my entire world, which, as we can tell, this is another project we're going to work on as well. But let's kind of see the inside right now. As you can tell, the interior is not done. This is actually going to be the project I'm going to be working on next, but the exterior of it is something I am very proud of. Let's get a little bit better view if I go over here. And I just think it gives it a little bit of a temple feel as well. And I like that this area is all sandstone. One of the things that kind of came to mind of when I was doing a lot of stuff off camera is that I kind of have a weird, I don't know, aesthetic to my world, in the sense that this is very old wood, cobblestone kind of look. This area over here is a lot more I would say sandstone-y, the yellow type of look. Over here is a different type of feel too, with like the different colors of the terracotta, you know, the yellow, the blue, the purple. And then over here as well feels a lot more of like different color based buildings. And that's kind of what I want to continue on with this world, is I want to create different areas that are so close together, but they all feel completely different. I think it looks really good, and I think it kind of gives me an opportunity to work with blocks that I don't usually work with, or challenge myself to completely build new types of buildings. And that's what I've really liked about building the way I do, is because in all these different areas you kind of have a different feel and a different building strategy. So of course, what's the next plan is to talk about what is the future of this entire series. And let's go into my brand new office and we can take a look. Alrighty guys, we are in my office, and in front of me is a book of my objectives that I actually have had for a while, except this time I deleted everything in there. I created a whole new list of things that I want to do in the future and small projects that I'm going to be doing throughout these episodes. So let's take a look into that. If we look down right here, first things I want to do is I want to redesign my storage room and make it into an auto sorter. We have a room for a 6-powered beacon that I want to implement in the house somewhere. We have interior of my library that I want to finish. We want to get more enchantments in my villager trading hall. Fix my reds. Redesign my nether portal room. Redesign the old train track area that I had an idea earlier in the series and change it to a new potion room. Get more netherite. Expand the house. Fix interior of the house. Auto sugarcane farm. Make auto food maker, so because I run out of food so quickly and I don't want to continue to work on that. Design a new farm area for my animals. Replace the horse cottage with something else. Finish the mining hole, which you saw earlier. Create a skeleton wither farm. Create area in the end where I can kill the wither boss. Redesign and change the end dragon armor room that I have, and kind of make it into another type of armor room with the same kind of concept, but just redesign it really. Fix my original fishing house, which is that ugly building right by my temple, and the house next to it as well. I want to create a better town hall, something I could, that's going to be more of a building project, just for fun, just to, get more buildings in the area. Make an area around the house and building a little bit more natural in the terraforming area. Upgrade my bedroom. Fix the floor in my house. Fix the courtyard in my house. Fix the interior of the house. Create a church. That's another one of those building projects. Make a sunflower path with a dead tree. That's kind of a idea. I don't know. That one's just kind of popped in my head. Fix the water stream for my villager breeder so one thing doesn't stand out. Redesign the villager home by the iron farm, give them a little bit better looking of a home. Make new productive honey area, because I feel like I want to use honey blocks, but I don't have enough. Make a slime farm, a guardian farm. Start an area of building with a whole new, as I kind of said earlier, how every area in my world is a little bit different building strategy. I kind of want to do that right over, and it's like to the right here. Redesign my nether house area and the villager transporter that I have in the nether. Fix the tunnel to the treehouse base. Just, I think there's some small things with that one that will be later in the series. And then put some custom trees around the world as well. So as you can see, we have a lot of work to do. And I'm just excited to be back. I'm excited to be playing this game again. It's been a very long time since I've sat down and really grinded. But I think it's time. And I think it's time we jump into it. So let's get into our very first project. So for the first project I want to work on, I want to jump in and work on the interior of the library. I know it is so plain right now, and since it is the new building I've been working on lately, I kind of just want to get it done. The one issue we are running into at the moment is that I'm out of sand and all my sandstone materials, so we have to go travel over to the desert place where I basically have demolished and taken all the sand and get even more. So let's fly on over there and let's get it started. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, so we got I think like 3.5 full shulker boxes worth of sand. That did take me like 30-45 minutes of just mining out sand, which was, to be honest, is not that fun. So let's now jump in here and see what we can do with a little bit more interior work to make it look as, I would say, prestigious as possible. Alrighty, with some work done, we worked on the stairs. I think we're going to put some better form of platform or kind of arch area to kind of walk through this area right over here. I do want to expand the walls a little bit more. I do feel like it's a little bit cramped, so we're going to work on just expanding the walls. Probably I'm going to go with another 6, 5, 7 more blocks out. We'll kind of see what we're doing. So let's get that done right now. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, I did carve out about 6 blocks, I believe, total, and then we're going to put a wall against this right here because I'm not going to dig another one out and then replace it with a new wall. I got to do some terraforming in this area. A lot of water came down there. It was a process to actually dig all this out for some reason. It was a lot harder than I anticipated for and took me about an hour and a half. I did make a little bit of a room over here as well for an enchantment table. Yes, it looks very blocky right now, but I think we're going to do a little bit of changes, especially with stuff like this. We're going to add a little bit more depth into some of these areas as well. This is more of just like the basic outline of what I'm doing right now. So next step, let's just get going on doing the walls, getting it pretty plain, and then from there we'll do a little bit more interior work as well. So let's get on that right now. Alrighty, as you guys can see, we did put some walls. I know it's, again, plain, and we will be adding more depth into this building as well, but that's going to come with time. You also can kind of see my ideas of how I want to make this library, which is going to take a ton of sugarcane, which I don't have right now, and that is going to take a lot of farming. So over time, we're going to be filling up these little barrel areas, and what each of these barrel areas are going to represent is a different enchanting book and stuff like that. So the next step we really want to work on right now is something that I was planning on doing when I first started this. I want to put a ginormous ceiling, is it not lantern, what are those things called when they hang down from the ceiling? It's a chandelier. I figured it out. So with that being said, let's actually jump in and add this so we can get a little bit better lighting in this, I guess, upper area rink as well, especially during night, because this place, to be honest, is not very well lit up. So let's jump on this right now. Alrighty, so we got the chains down, and of course that was so much more expensive than I wanted it to be, but chains are the best looking thing to actually have any type of chandelier hang on. So let's actually get onto the base of the chandelier and then jump into it right after that as well. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we are done with the chandelier, and I'm actually really happy on how it turned out. It's a little bit of a different design than I'm used to, and yeah, I might change it a little bit in the future, but I'm really happy with what it looks like right now. With that being said, that is all the time we have for today's episode. On the next episode, we will be finishing the interior of this little place, and I have a few other ideas as well that was in the objective book that we'll jump into next episode as well. But with that being said, I will see you guys next time. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you can, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel, letting me know that you guys are really enjoying the content and that you guys miss me. Awesome. Until next time.